Okay, this is the big question. In what ways can UAVA disseminate behavior analysis in our university community, and to what extent is it our responsibility to do so?
So we could start with, is it our job to do this? Do you guys think?
Yes and no. We're undergraduates. I think the most effective way of dissemination would be to have graduate students do it with, like, who can actually publish research easily, much more easily than undergrads can. So, I don't know.
Well, one problem with how we currently do dissemination, which is publish or talk about in articles, is that the target audience that we need to be changing the minds of don't read our articles and they don't go to our conferences.
We could offer it as a service, like if we're hanging out in this club, you want to eat better, you want to study more, you want to go to the gym, we can offer programs for somebody to follow in order to increase that behavior, whatever it is, and that way we can expose them to PA and give them a positive image of it.
That's a good idea.
So potentially we could, for a fundraiser or something along those lines.
And it could also spread awareness.
Yeah, we could have cheap, you come in and we teach you how to more effectively study, something like that.
Yeah.
We could do example, just quick sessions of fluency and explain. There's this cool thing called SAF meds, which is a good technique to learn vocabulary. So that could be
Yeah, I mean, we all have experience with PA and writing programs and things like that. Why not write programs for everybody, for people that request them?
Cool. I think that's a great way to kind of show also that we work with everybody. It's not just developmental delay community that we are effective with. So that's awesome. One of the things that Dr. Williams had suggested was potentially maybe doing a kind of club goal, something that would directly affect the university. So maybe there's some problems with pedestrians crossing the street, not in crosswalks, and we've had people get hit by cars or something along those lines. Us coming up with a university-wide intervention that would be able to improve safety or promote green behavior, something like that. So that way we're kind of we're showing the effectiveness of behavior analysis, kind of working on our own skills at doing something, because that's pretty complicated, at least in my opinion, and promoting what we do. So.
Anyone might have any other suggestions for what our club should do? Because we just as the 5 people who made this club just thought dissemination was relevant. If anyone else had suggestions for other goals of this club?
I think it's important for us, as behavior analysis working in a field, is to consider how our field integrates with other fields instead of thinking about, well, our field does all this and we're so cool because we do it. So thinking about how medication does help with interventions, or how interventions can go along with clinical trials, so that we're not, behavior analysis is over here and we're doing this thing and everyone else is kind of around, and maybe sometimes we feed into them but we're still our own little pocket.
So trying to make it more a part of our culture instead of a little niche.
If we do decide to stage an intervention, maybe we do it with the clinical people also. It doesn't need to be just a BA, because that seems to be a big problem in our field, is that we can do so much good with these other interventions, with medical interventions, with clinical interventions, all these things, working with them, but we have this reputation that we don't play well with others.
So maybe contacting the other clubs on campus, the other I don't know if they're the other psychology. It's a perfect example. I don't know about the other psychology clubs on campus.
Yeah.
So maybe looking into the other fields and working with, or if there's a pharmacy club
try to load a project to work together with something.
Or even because there's the counseling center on campus. Like, working with them as well. I mean, it's mostly that's kind of more touchy because it's like confidential, but like stuff like that, like even just talking to them, be like, hey, like just building a rapport.
True.
I very much enjoy the idea of promoting green lifestyles too through behavior analysis because it is a lifestyle.
The what lifestyle?
Green
lifestyle.
Eco. Because you guys all know I'm resident eco-terrorist, but I think that living a more sustainable life is in fact a lifestyle choice, and it's difficult for some people to change their lifestyle even though it's beneficial. I think BA can definitely help people do that.
So your point about like integrating BA into like different types of interventions, different types of fields. Well, the problem with why we don't play with others is because we're not trained to play well with others. Like we're not trained to think about like, so let's say we have a client who's engaging in a lot of wrong behavior. We're not trained to like see if there's a medical problem.
See, I disagree with that. I think that's a misbelief. Even like our clients that we have in PATH and in the autism program are on medication. A lot of them are. Some of them have ADHD. Some of them have other problems beyond what
That
we're
weren't diagnosed by us though.
No, because that's not our job. We have to play.
Exactly.
We have to play with them so that they can work with us. Because if we're trying to treat a patient with autism, just as an example, because that's what I have the most experience with. If we're trying to treat a patient with autism, but they also have ADHD, and we're just ignoring that because we think that they can just fix it all, and they have like true ADHD where they have a chemical imbalance in their brain. We're not going to be as effective on our own as we would be if we were reaching out to other people and making sure that they were getting tested for other things, making sure that we were having a relationship with their medical doctors so that we were working together instead of the medical doctors thinks it's this and they should do this and we think it's this and we should do this. Do you get what I'm saying? Like there's kind of this clash.
I totally understand what you're saying. I just think that the solution to that would be that we do that, but we don't. You see what I'm saying?
I think the solution is more just to have a relationship with the people that do that, because that's not our specialty. And like, there's no point in. I mean, there might be a point for someone. There might be people out there that want to do psychiatry and behavior analysis, but like, if you don't want to, then be friends with someone who does psychiatry.
Yeah, no, we should. I'll just be specific. That like during our training, we should go through like a kind of like evaluation training. So like if we have like a new client who hasn't been diagnosed with these like other problems or issues like schizophrenia, ADHD, how can we determine like without BA training that they have these issues? And how would we know if they have these issues and how to integrate that into our programs? You know what I'm saying? Like
I'm saying that we don't. We should suggest that they go get a full evaluation, basically.
I think the problem I have with that is
It's not the same thing.
those are kinds of things that require medical training to diagnose, and we can suspect it definitely, but without a degree in medicine, we can't say and be taken seriously. He has ADHD.
exactly. So then how are we going to integrate that into our training? That would be the main question. Is if we don't have the training to back up to like effectively like solve these issues with BA,